Adaptation is such a big part of British film writing that it may dishearten you, an aspiring writer of original stories. Most film scenarios have already proven themselves on page or stage before being translated to the screen, and as such, if you want to make a career out of being a scenario writer, it is a good idea to have a grasp of the process of adaptation. And, fortunately for us, Weston has a whole chapter on this topic. Of course, you can write your original stories as well, but you may well find that it is adaptations that will pay your bills as a career scenario writer. That's just life here in Britain in the 1910s. Weston in fact notes that a new scenario writer can be paid in the region of £5 to £10 for an adapted scenario, and an established name can get in the region of £10 to £30. Not bad. So, something Weston is keen to stress when you embark upon an adaptation is that you should not feel you have to faithfully follow the structure of the source material beat for beat. Rather, the important point is to capture its spirit. Any altering of the spirit or the meaning of the work is sheer vandalism, which no self-respecting adapter would consider for a moment. The altering of situations and possibly the leading titles which are shown upon the screen is at times necessary for the sake of brevity, but the alteration of theme should never be necessary. If it proves so, the work in question is unsuitable for adaptation. After all, prose is prose, film is film, and on film it is actions that matter, motion, and this must be convincing. The novelist may be able to write chapter upon chapter about the inner turmoil of a character's mind, but this is difficult to translate to the screen. Thus, to avoid turning a beloved novel into a sequence of nonsensical, contextless filmed events, you should choose what to adapt wisely. Next, when you have decided on what text to adapt and have the relevant legal authorization from the author's literary agent and a film company's managing director, you can start the process of adaptation. Weston suggests you begin simply by rereading the text and noting points of interest under 3 headings: incident, psychology, and analysis and explanation. Think of this as exposition. What is important to remember is that what is verbal in the novel or play needs to be translated into motion. This is especially important when thinking about the 2 earlier categories of psychology and exposition. Motion must be firmly fixed in the mind of the adapter. He is writing a motion play, not a play for the audience to read in subtitles. They can do that at home with the original he is trying to interpret. Keep the spirit, but express it in motion.